The Jaguars opened the playoffs against the same opponent they had beaten to get into the playoffs, the Houston Mustangs. On this night, the Jaguars went from a team that had never won a playoff game to a real contender for the state title. They were ready to make history, and the stage was set for the Jaguars to become what they knew they had become when the season started in summer, state champions. And they were determined not to let this opportunity slip away. Although the Mustangs scored first, this was a night that belonged to Southwind, and the defense led the way. The Jaguars demonstrated that they were the new kings of the district, and the touchdowns continued to rain down on Houston. On the night, the final score would be 28-13, and the Jaguars had won a playoff game for the first time in school history, and they would move on to the second round of the playoffs. After beating Houston, the Jaguars were scheduled to play the team ranked number 1 in the state, the Whitehaven Tigers. However, the Jaguars believed that they had the talent to win.
But on the bus, the Whitehaven game, everybody was excited. We got off the bus. Normally, like, people go to Whitehaven games, it's like real quiet. They, walk in, they do their stretch and stuff. They kind of intimidated. We kind of brought the fight to them, so to speak. Like, we were just in their face. And I guess they didn't want to back down. So.
Whitehaven's Mark Dotson scored on a long run to start the game. And just like that, the Jaguars' title hopes were done. In a season that once held promise, all that was left were the memories of what might have been.
You confront a bullet, so 2 things can happen. From one thing, hit back down, you bone him. Second thing, you get a bad worst beating. And, hey, you got a worst beating.
In the playoffs, the Jaguars had their chances. However, they fumbled away their poise on the biggest stage. And instead of throwing touchdowns, the offense tossed interceptions. On the night, they had 3. It was too much on a night where they needed to play their best.
Honestly, one person. That was Mark Dotson.
Whitehaven's all-state running back was too much for the Jaguars on this night. And the amount of the mistakes that they made were just too much to overcome against a championship team.
People were getting blown past, people were getting ran over.
The Jaguars never seemed to figure out how to stop Mark Dotson. And just like that, the game was over.
Just when they scored the first, when they scored at the first play of the game, he took it it was like a 70-yard touchdown, something like first play of the game. I was like, okay, we're good. We're still gonna win this. But probably right after halftime, they could put 40 points on us. I was like, oh yeah, we're done.
All seasons come to an end, and this night would be the end for the Jaguars. Although there would be no state title for Southwind, there were moments of reflection afterward for its seniors who showed their love for the game and their team.
4 years of Southwind, I'm glad I came to Southwind instead of choosing my first instinct and going to Germantown. I'm glad I really came to Southwind. Southwind was an awesome school. Man, it helped me get a lot of scholarships. I met a lot of new people and also rejoined a lot of people that I knew in middle school. So I mean, it was a good experience.
Honestly, coming from a winning program, Christmas, they used to, tell me about Southwind all the time. They was always say like, Southwind, sorry, y'all gonna be booties mud next year. Like y'all gonna lose a lot of games. I wasn't really expecting that. I was just coming to get stats. But then, later on the season, I think, we really could do this. I was having fun. I was looking at everybody like they're my brothers. So I had you had to go ahead and pull it in. I was getting more of a team player, so to speak, as the year went on.